What is up, team? We have a super short and sweet video for you today. We're just going to be covering what happened in the markets today. Basically just a post-market summary. We're going to cover how you can enter to win the 1 ounce silver giveaway that we're doing on Saturday, as well as we're going to cover the swing trade position. If you've been following along my videos, we've been talking about 2 big swing trades this week, all weekend long, and I entered one of the positions this morning, and I'll show you exactly how and what I entered on that position. So to start, let's take a look at the S&P 500. We've been in a bit of a sell-off here. We were down about 3.5% from all-time highs over the last few weeks, and we're bouncing on this orange line, which is the 50-day moving average. We've actually closed below that line the last 2 trading days. So what we're really looking for here is the NVIDIA earnings announcement on Wednesday and the NFP report that gets released on Thursday showing the job creations in the US market. Those 2 big news announcements, I believe, are enough that's going to move this market in one direction or the other. We've been in a holding pattern for the last 2 weeks waiting for that news to come out. So if that news is pretty rough, the next support we have is down here on the 200-day moving average, which would mean about a 6% drop from where we are currently at. Or we could see this pump back up to all-time highs. So worst case scenario, I'm thinking it's a bit of a 6% pullback, which is okay. That's healthy in a market. If you look back at the market here, these pullbacks do happen, but if you zoom out on the broader picture, we go up and we go up and we go up and we go up. And this would just be one of those consolidations. It sucks if you're a long-term investor like I am. You see your portfolio dropping for, effectively we've had almost 4 red weeks in a row. It's basically been a month of watching you bleed out your stocks, and that's totally okay. This is healthy. It's a healthy breath for the stock market here, and we could see a major rally coming out of this. So don't just give up yet. I don't think there's enough substance there that we're just going to see some crazy market crash coming into the end of the year. Seasonality-wise, November to April is typically the best time for the stock market, and we are right in that period right now, so we could see a big rally coming out of this. Let's talk about the position we opened. So we opened what's called a Strangle. If you've been following along, check out my last video. If you haven't, I'll go into detail about it. Essentially, we bought a call option with a strike price of $27, and we bought the exact same put option that expires on the same date for $20. I actually got them both at the exact same price, 62 cents, which means it was $124 for 2 contracts of the call and $124 for 2 contracts of the put. So in our public portfolio, we bought $250 worth of this. What we're betting on is that the news that's coming out Wednesday and Thursday is going to push the market in either direction. It doesn't matter which direction. All that matters, let's go to a 4-hour chart here, is that within the next 2 weeks, which is the end of those yellow lines, this stock, QBTS, which is the one, and I explained the reasoning why it's a speculative tech stock, why we actually chose this stock in my last video. But what we're betting on is that it goes either up or down below those yellow lines. If it does, we're in profit and we can make some substantial profit, especially if it has a big move. So what we're betting on here is volatility. We're not betting on the direction of the stock market. It actually doesn't matter what direction the stock market goes because we don't know what that news released is going to be. So if you want or are interested in joining this trade, you still have time before the news gets released on Wednesday on both Tuesday and Wednesday's trading session to enter the trade. I don't know exactly where the option prices stand today, but you might be able to even get in a little cheaper than I got in. Last thing we want to cover today is the silver coin giveaway. So I said once we get 25 subscribers, we will do a 1 ounce silver coin giveaway. This is a 1 ounce Canadian maple. It's 99.99% pure silver. I posted a video yesterday. I'm going to post a video today, tomorrow. On Wednesday, we're going to cover the NFP earnings post-market, and we'll start to see what direction the market's actually heading after those earnings. As well as Thursday, we're going to cover the NFP report and what direction that's affected on the market. And Friday, we'll have a week wrap-up. You can comment on 1 comment per video, and that earns you an entry into the draw, including yesterday's video, which is linked in the description. So you could have up to 6 entries if you comment on every video this week into the draw, and on Saturday on my video we will do the draw for the silver coin live. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, get your 6 entries in. If you have nothing to say, just say silver. If you did enter that Qubit trade, that Strangle trade, let me know in the comments, because then we'll ride that out together and we can see who's all in the trade, and we can kind of look at and make sure that we're mapping out our exit points if we do have a pretty big move here coming into the end of the week. Other than that, that's all I have today. So thank you so much all for the support, and we'll touch base tomorrow. Cheers.